Hey folks, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. It's me again with another video. This video is not going to be another trip. I just want to talk about the past 9 years of my life on top of a saddle with two wheels. So let's take a trip down the memory lane and talk about where it all started, how it has been going, and what are my next steps in my journey with two wheels. I was very late to the biking scene. I only started riding a motorcycle about 10 years ago, back in 2014. And I was 22, man. It was very late before I started riding my first motorcycle. And it was my dad's. Man, look how young I was. By the way, that was a TVS Star City 110cc. I don't even know the power and torque figures, man. It was more than enough for me at that time. Oh, thank you, sir. That was very nice of him, wasn't it? Well, as I was saying, it was my first bike and I got my license on it. But it kept me satisfied for only about 6 months. And then I wanted more. God, this traffic, especially when you're riding a Duke, you can feel all that heat coming up to your legs. Fast forward 6 months, and I didn't save any money at all, but took out a big loan and got my first motorcycle of my own. Say hello to my Yamaha R15. I called her the Red Beast. 149 cc's, 17 bhp, and 15 newton meters of torque. I know these are tiny numbers, but at that time, it was a big upgrade from just a commuter. This was also the first time when I joined a biker's crew. They call themselves Team Delta Box Chennai because the frame on the R15 is a Delta Box frame. So this crew consisted mostly of R15s and some other bikes as well, but mostly R15s. And here's mine. Even though the engine is pretty small, it can easily do 100 kilometers an hour. And oh, would you look at that? I bet she's definitely a biker, man, because what she's riding, that's no ordinary commuter. That's an RE. And those bikes are heavy, man. Trust me. Total respect. Look at these guys, man. Look at them. Absolutely no respect for the law. And no respect for the pedestrians. And here goes another one. These guys, they will never learn. Anyway, getting back to topic on hand, we were talking about my R5, right? So yeah, even though it's a small bike, take it to the mountain roads and it will carve those corners. And when you get off your bike, you will definitely have a big grin on your face. And I have taken that bike to places. Did you know, once I rode all the way from Chennai to Pune, that's Lavasa, by the way. It was 1200 kilometers one way. Can you imagine it on an R15? Good times, man. Totally good times with my Red Beast. But that ride to Pune made me realize one thing. As exciting as it was riding my R15 in the mountain roads and B roads, but on the straights, on the highways, it really struggled. I felt really bad ringing it so hard on the straights. It really couldn't handle it. I know a lot of people are gonna hate me for saying this, but only 2 years after getting my R15, I grew over it. I wanted something more powerful, something that would carve the corners just like an R15, keep me excited, and also do well on the straights. I needed the whole package, man. So as soon as I got back from that Pune trip, I sold my R15, and I was looking for my next bike on the market. And in the June of 2018, I finally found her. She was so perfect, so perfectly orange. She could do anything. Mountains, Twisty roads, city traffic, highway straights, she could do it all, my KTM Duke 390. That is 373 cc's of pure adrenaline. 42 horsepower, 37 newton meters of torque, that's more than double the performance of an R15. And she was the total package. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, did I say was? No, I meant she is still the total package. She is really agile and nimble. You can easily flick through traffic, you can carve those corners on the mountains, and she just goes like a bullet tearing through the highways. And all you have to do is bear the heat from that boiling engine in those stop and go traffic conditions. We have been on proper adventures. In the rain, on the road, off the road, we've been everywhere together. And all these 6 years with her was nothing short of amazing. And now, here we are today. 6 years later, still going strong, still putting a smile on my face. But when you get into a life like mine, when you get into that biker life, it slowly becomes hard to quench that thirst for power. Even though a 390 Duke is all you're gonna need for the Indian roads, to quote Selena Gomez, the heart wants what it wants. So here I am today, entering into my 10th year in the world of biking, and I'm planning to take my next step. Actually, wait a minute, I've decided to take my next step. So what are my options now? I still can't go into the liter class just because I can't afford it. So middleweights it is. So what are the best middleweights in the market? So let's start with the cheapest option, the Trident 660 with its inline-3 engine, 80 horsepower, 64 newton meters. It fits my street style aesthetic, and it could be a very good option for me. Or I could just take the Japanese route and go for the Honda CB650R. You know, it's an inline-4 649cc engine, and who wouldn't love the scream of an inline-4? With about 85 horses and 60 newton meters of torque, it's about the same as the Trident 660, but just a little more expensive. Speaking about the Japanese, I could go for the more value for money option, the beast itself, Kawasaki Z900. You get almost a liter class, the scream of an inline-4, and it's really value for money. Who could want more? This is just a monster of a bike with almost 120 horsepower and 100 newton meters of torque. Or I could go back to the Triumphs and look at Trident's bigger sibling, the Street Triple R. You know, it's a beauty of a bike, and you know one thing about it? It has the engine of a Moto2 race bike, a 765cc inline-3 that produces about 120 horsepower and 80 newton meters of torque. But if you want real beauties, you definitely have to go Italian, the Ducatis, man. And there is one that fits my budget, the Ducati Scrambler 800, powered by the 803cc L-twin engine, which produces about 70 odd horsepower and 65 newton meters of torque. As you can see, this is very much underpowered to the competition out here, but it does look the part. Or I could go for their more powerful Ducati Monster, but it's just a bit more expensive. I have to think about that. We do have one more option right from the German soil, from BMW, the F900 XR. This baby is powered with a 895cc parallel twin that produces about 105 horsepower and about 92 newton meters of torque. That is pretty powerful, and this could be another good option for me. So these were all the options I had considered and I've already made my choice. But I'm not gonna tell you now, you have to wait for it. In the meantime, you could guess what my choice could have been and put them in the comments. Let's see how many of you get it right. Well, thank you for watching and thank you for patiently listening to my story. I hope you enjoyed this video and its contents, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Until then, bye bye, take care, and stay safe.